Hello, welcome to Doc's Odyssey. I'm Doc, a former U.S. Army medic turned photographer, writer, and self-proclaimed filmmaker. I've spent the last few years finding unique ways to travel, which has led to some epic adventures all around the globe. Now, I want to share the experiences with you. My goal is to develop a community of adventurers through the content I create, which is designed to inspire, educate, and hopefully entertain. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you out there.
This is a good day as any to start the rebuilding of life. The roads that
Okay, so we're heading back to S0E1 Canyon Park today because we're going to continue the project of taking one sunrise picture and one sunset picture every week. Now, what I'm doing with that is I'm using it as a way to practice. It's always better to have a project, something that you're working on, an excuse to get out there and get you better at what you're doing. So what I'm doing with these pictures that I'm taking is that I'm going to edit them and then I post them for everyone who subscribes to my newsletter. So link down below. Now, the thing about shooting in Santa Clarita Valley, specifically here in California, is that the cloud formations are really cool over Santa Clarita Valley. The problem is there's rarely any clouds. I know that I'm complaining about the fact that it's always sunny and it's always nice weather here, but it doesn't make for great shooting conditions when it comes to photography. You need texture, you need dynamic range, you need drama in the sky, and we just don't get most of that here. Other main reason that I'm doing it, other than just to practice with my photography, is to practice setting up these YouTube videos. So I'm trying to figure out how to YouTube. So what does it look like to do some editing with video and to tell a story? And how do I get comfortable talking to a camera when there's a car next to me looking at me weird? How's it going? One of the main things is that you're supposed to make a plan for each video. And I have a plan for this. I have a whole script written out, but it didn't load to my phone. And I think that's actually a good feel for this video, because this video is a vision casting. It's kind of like, where are we going? What are we doing? What does it look like for Doc's Odyssey? It gives me a chance to kind of introduce myself to you a bit more, get to know you, and let you know what's coming up in the future. So I come up to S0E1 Canyon and I shoot quite often. Typically I wait until the weather is really good or I know there's going to be a good shot. Because I hike up here all the time, I know the area very well. And so I know when to go and how to get the pictures, and it really helps. But again, this project is more about practicing. The thing that really makes it difficult with the YouTube stuff is that I have to shoot. I have to think about what I'm going to do with my shot list. I have to place my camera for B-roll. And all of this kind of stuff adds up and it really adds time. So typically I would give myself 50 minutes for the hike to get up to where I need to go. But now I have to add some more time into that to allow for shooting for video, and I'm kind of running behind, so I don't know how this video is going to turn out. It could be interesting. We're here. Alright, so I'm out here at S0E1 Canyon. I'm getting ready to hike and to get up to the spot where I take the pictures from. I was going to do some B-roll in the parking lot of closing the trunk and getting stuff out, but there's people around and I'm still kind of new to this, so I'm still not sure how to go about doing that. And this is all basically still just practice and testing, so I even hiked up here, and the parking lot's right there, you can see it. I just hiked up here maybe 100 feet, and I didn't have my GoPro on, so I've already lost that that footage too. So I need some grace from you guys. I can't even see the camera, so I'm not sure how the focus is working. Anyway, so as you can see, this is it's kind of a mountainous area. It is kind of riddled with man-made stuff, old stuff from mining days and things like that. And there's also a bunch of power lines, but it's still pretty cool because you can get away from the city pretty easily. Right there is the interstate, which you can see the traffic. But yeah, we're gonna get out here. We're gonna get up to our spot. I'm gonna attempt to capture some B-roll along the way, and yeah, we'll talk as we go. Let's do it. So I think one of the challenges I'm going to have with this so far is that I'm shooting on an EOS R here, and it crops in 4K. So I'm trying to shoot 4K, which means I have to hold this thing like much further around because it crops. Right here, this is a coyote den actually back in here. So when I'm walking through here at like night or in the times when the coyotes are out, sometimes I can see them crossing the path, and it's kind of fun to see that. It's obviously a little scary at first, but I've gotten to know them. I think they're getting to know me too. So. Terrible shot. I'm out here and I know how to enjoy myself out here, and my goal is to show you guys that too. What does it look like out here and how to be out here, how to enjoy it, how to take a breath and just be in the moment. And I had a whole plan, but again, it didn't load up onto my phone. So now I'm not entirely sure what to be shooting. So it's a good lesson to always have a plan. I'm getting hot. It's actually not even that warm outside. It's like 64 degrees, but it just feels hotter with the sun beating down. You know, I always start off with like a long sleeve t-shirt, and then I always have to take it off because I always start to sweat. So fun fact, these headbands are actually from a while ago. I'm not sure if they still have them. The Bucket List family. They're one of the original inspirations that I had a couple of years ago to start doing stuff like this. This bag, you know, some of my camera gear was actually inspired by what they do. So yeah, every time I use one of these, I think about that. So, it's cool. So I used to do a lot of like mining and oil work out here, and a lot of these pieces are just straight cast iron and they're too heavy to take out, so they just leave them here. You'll see pieces like this all over the place up here, old mills and oil work and mining stuff. See? Educational. So a lot of the main reason for this video is for casting the vision. And so basically what we're doing out here for this project is part of phase 1. So I've been researching this next phase, phase 2, for 3 or 4 years now. And phase 1 is just practicing and getting ready for that kind of a launch. I'll get to phase 2 and 3 later, but for phase 1, what I've been doing is basically researching how to make all of my passions a business. So that's photography, that's writing, that's videography, that's travel. And it wasn't until I discovered people like the Bucket List family that I saw how that could be possible. So I spent a lot of time researching, watching YouTube videos, watching content creators, developing my photography skills and things like that. And it's okay. I've got a long road, okay? But that's what phase 1 is about. It's about coming out here and practicing the craft, making the videos, getting used to shooting things like B-roll, like wides, and learning what a parallax is and things like that. And then practicing all that, so when I do launch phase 2, I have a solid base to grow from. Basically, you guys get to be my guinea pigs, at least for this series. I'm pretty close to launching phase 2. I've got some more fundraising to do, and some more planning. But this is a very real part of what that's going to look like. You know, I just want to be out here. And I'm out here a lot. I do. But I accumulate all the experiences, and I don't want to just hold on to those experiences. I want to be able to share those. And this is the best way for me to know how to do that. You know, this is where I want to be, and I know that's where a lot of you want to be too. And again, that's just my goal, is to be out here, to bring you guys with me, inspire, educate, and well, hopefully entertain. But we're not going to get any pictures if I don't hurry up, so I'm going to put this away, maybe get some drone shots, and then we'll see you at the top. Well, we actually made it up here a little bit ago. I didn't film getting to the summit because we're losing the light. I wanted to get a couple of pictures, but it's starting to cool off a little bit, so I'm gonna sit down, get some water, have a little bit of food, and then we can talk about phase 3 and phase 4, and then maybe grab a few more photos too before the night's out. So this is one of my favorite spots to come to for for sunrise and for sunset. You get a 360-degree view of everything, and I don't like seeing the town necessarily like you can right now. You know, it does look pretty, and I do enjoy looking at, you know, civilization from this vantage point, but I like to get a little bit more remote than this. Even so, having this in your backyard is really nice. I can come up here whenever I want to. And that's allowed me to practice, which, as we talked about, is phase 1. Phase 1 is like the practice phase for me. And I've been doing that for a number of years, and I've been needing to take the leap and go ahead and do phase 2. So phase 2 is going to be about going mobile. So I've actually been putting together the finances and the resources to be able to purchase a bus and to build that out. There's a link around here somewhere, you can check that out, you can see what that looks like. I've posted some videos before about what that could be specifically. I've put together designs, I've researched it in depth, and I've really decided on where I'm going and what I'm doing with that. And for me, it's the best way to scale my business. So like, I can get good photos here because I'm up here all the time. I'm familiar with the area, and having a bus would allow me to do that in any situation, like Joshua Tree, anywhere I wanted to go. I could go and really soak up the area and get to know the culture. And it's not just for me. Like I said, I want to accumulate these experiences and share them with you to inspire, to educate, and hopefully entertain. And I think that would be an amazing way to do it. So not only would the bus be a way for me to travel and scale my business, it would also in itself be a story. And I could share the story with you guys as I'm building it out, as I'm making mistakes, as I'm doing things that maybe haven't been done before, that sort of a thing. So I'm going to try and grab this photo real quick. We're going to lose the light. This is a great photo. Hang on. Well, I didn't get the photo. The light was going too quickly, and I had the wrong lens on. This is a 24 to 72.8, and I have a longer lens. That's what I use to get a lot of these shots. This is such a beautiful shot, and I could nail it if I had the other lens, but again, it's too hard to do the photography and do the filming at the same time. It's a real challenge that I'm going to need to learn. So you know what phase 2 is. It's buying a bus, it's going mobile, it's building it out. And all the while that I'm doing this, I'm still going to be going on trips. Like I'm going back to Lost Coast Trail, I'm going back to Joshua Tree to do those hikes. And so I'm going to do those things as well while I'm doing the build out. So it's going to be really busy, A lot of content coming. It's going to be a lot of fun. Can't wait to show you guys. So phase 3 is going to be a lot of bigger projects. Specifically, it's the 7 summits. The 7 summits are the highest point on each continent. So in Antarctica, that would be Mount Vincent Massif. In North America, it would be Denali, all the way through to you get to Everest. And yes, I am going to climb Everest. If I can get the gear and the alpine training that I need to feel comfortable in the big mountains, I can actually get on an expedition at the end of this year, which is 2022, to go to Antarctica and to climb Vincent Massif. I have always wanted to go to Antarctica, and I can't explain what it is. I watch every documentary, any photographer that goes there, I watch their stuff. I would love for that to be my first peak on the 7 summits list because it's been such a passion for a long time. But that's where phase 3 is going. Phase 3 would be the 7 summits, and to accomplish that, I'm going to need to climb a lot of things like, other mountains in America, like Mount Whitney. I'm going to need to do, what else do I have planned? 53 14ers in Colorado, projects to boost my resume so I can get onto an expedition. I plan on climbing other Himalayan peaks, and that's what phase 3 is. So it's all starting here. Just practicing the craft and getting to know you guys getting to know me, and then we'll grow together. I'm going to try and take a few more photos, and then if I have enough light, hopefully I can record some more before we're done here. But I'll talk to you soon. Well, I was able to get a few more shots. I'm actually not sure if they're going to turn out or not, but guys, it's been great hanging out tonight. And we're going to do it again for a sunrise pretty soon, so be sure to look out for that video. Until then, may you love life and see good days. We'll see you out there.